Woo! That's a bit of fun, isn't it? Something I picked up in Tokyo in 1986 to add to my collection of fun glasses, fun eyewear, well, whatever you. And here's some other examples of it, but that was a fun thing to have. In 1981, I picked up something called sin glasses. I'm not sure about this one, actually, because it's not very politically correct nowadays. So I really don't want anyone out there telling me off for trying to wear them, so I'll refrain from it. But you got the idea. It's a good joke at the time, but it's a bygone age, isn't it? Coming up to date, we've got a much cleverer idea from the world of holograms, which weren't available in the early 80s. These are holographic spectacles to put in your eyes, and the effect is astonishing because you're getting a three-dimensional effect, looking like a pair of eyes behind glasses. Amazingly realistic, because you can see they are three-dimensional. That's astonishing. That's thanks to the holographic technique. From the back you can see as well, but the front is very strong. I love these. Coming down to more serious uses for glasses, here's one which you're supposed to use to help you with eye strain. It's a pinhole camera effect. Everything looks a very sharp focus when you're wearing them, even when you're not wearing glasses with any lenses. The reason is there's no glass there, no lensing, it's just tiny, tiny little pinholes. And that helps you to see things very, very clearly. And according to the blurb, you're supposed to wear them for 2 or 3 minutes every day in order to enhance your vision. Nice concept. So, pinhole glasses. But I did notice going through my collection, I've got other ones with tiny pinholes, but from a completely different technology. This is contravision, the same as you have on bus adverts, whereby people in buses looking out can see out fairly clearly, well, reasonably clearly, slightly subdued, but people looking on the outside can't see in because that's what they're going to see. And you can't see my eyes now because they're obscured by this strong patterning. Yes, I got these in San Francisco on a trip there many years ago. So nice version of contravision, but to my mind it's also possibly a way of relaxing your eyes because it probably acts in a little way like the pinhole camera glasses. Another more serious use for glasses, this one here, which it's a bit strange this actually. The idea is that they're binoculars and glasses in one. You're supposed to be able to adjust the focal length by adjusting the pieces, and when you do that, this is what happens. As I'm turning the pieces, you're getting the front frames with the lenses carried forward and coming forward and making a big separation between the two lenses and lens system. So you're going to get a big alteration in the focal lengths of the pieces. When they're fully out like that, if that was the adjustment you needed to make things, I think it looks a bit ridiculous actually, to be honest, but there we are. But it's a nice idea. It combines binoculars with glasses, with reading glasses as a concept. Bino specs they call them. Pure jokingly one, and there's plenty of them, was one of my favourites is this one here called Drunken Glasses. You put them on and oh dear, the vision's all over the place. Well, it must be because inside these little blue casings are two prisms. One's pointing this direction, or making the eye go that direction, one's pointing up there. So when you wear them, you're getting two completely different views. So if you put them on at an office party and try to walk a straight line, you'd have a lot of trouble because your eyes are just all over the place. Nice concept though, isn't it? Nice idea, nice bit of physics there. Drunken specs, not even drunk. Another one with interesting physics are X-ray glasses, which I got on very early. This is the 1960s, I think. These purport to give you X-ray vision, and they've got a tiny little bird feathers in each one. The idea is that the tiny amount of light that comes past the feathers somehow diffuses and makes things look a little bit blurry. And you put them on, you hold your hand up to a very strong light, and for all the world, I think I'm looking at an X-ray picture of my fingers because I'm getting a nice little blur around the outside, which is what the X-ray would be when it's coming through your flesh, with the X-rays can penetrate the flesh. The central bit is quite hard and opaque, and that's what's supposed to be the bone of your hand. That's what the appearance is. Very strong and very realistic. But all it is just these little feathers making that effect. Very interesting. X-ray specs. Coming back to more sensible stuff, this is something that came out in the mid-80s. I think they're film roll glasses. They roll up like that, made of plastic. They give you a nice diminution of light if you don't like very strong sunlight. And they sit on the temples very happily like this. Don't need to go over the ears, and they work extremely well. The only thing is you can't have it in a very strong wind. They whip off. But they have catered for that as well, because I did notice on the later version of that they made the same thing but with a thing you wear around your neck. So if there was a strong wind, it whipped the glasses off your face. You'd still keep them. They would just sit around your neck. But the idea is quite a nice one. Film which rolls up and goes around the temple, and then acts as sunglasses. Then I noticed a few years later they cater for small children for these little film rolls, which are not sunglasses at all. They're called party shades. And the idea is children wear them at a birthday party. Each one saying happy birthday. You pick up one of them, you open it up, you put it on the forehead exactly like the ones I've just shown you. It sits there on the side of the temples, and everything is green, 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 green. Oh goodness, very strong green. The lights, the window, everything is green. Great fun for kids. If they're in a blue mood, well, here's one for the blue moods. I think some of the artists had blue moods, didn't they? Everything's blue for me now. That's nice. And then there's a yellow one, which reminds me actually of yellow glasses I've got for driving on the motorway in the fog. Yes, very bright. It enhances the light quite a bit, actually, the yellow ones. Small children have thoroughly enjoyed wearing these at parties, especially if there's lots of sunlight, to make things bright. And then highly coloured. These are orange ones. Everything's very orangey. And the last one is red spectacles, if you're feeling a bit angry. I suppose it does affect your mood slightly, doesn't it? I mean, the green ones make me think of spring and so on. Yes, okay. Anyway, for small children, these are a lovely idea because they can wear them with their hands still free to play with each other and to pick up the food and all the other things that kids do at parties. Still staying on children's world, here's one that will be sold at the beach, I think it is. It looks like a lobster with claws, great big claws, and those are sort of extra eye shades for it, which is nice. It's a very small set of spectacles. I'm going to see if I can get it on my head, but it's quite tight. It's for very, very small children's heads. Yes, I can just about see out now. Yeah, okay. When I pull down the extra shading, though, I think because the eyes are so close together, I can't really see them both. I can't see through both apertures. But for small children, that would work very well and reminds them of what they can find if they go in the shallows with fish nets looking for prawns and things, little lobsters. Also for children, a very, very nice design of a pussycat and their sunglasses. And to operate them, you really lift up like that, lift like this, open the pieces out, and does a perfectly good functioning set of sunglasses. Well, the cat's face is upside down, but never mind. But small children love this idea of a transformation from sunglasses into pet cats. Front and back, it's been very well thought out and beautifully rendered. The most popular of all the joke sunglasses for children's parties was this one here, which is a multi-lensed one. Strange idea, this, but I don't know, it appealed to children. It appeals to me, actually, for a while. You open up a lens here, so that helps that peripheral vision there, and a lens here, I can look at, yes, enhances that. Then I can start lifting up the front ones, yes, that makes things a bit brighter. I'm looking through only one dark lens, not two. And finally, there, we can get rid of all the lensing. Extraordinary appearance. Isn't that bizarre? Children think it's great fun. Adults pointed out to me that it also makes the pull figure effect when you do that and that. I'm seeing the world through one eye, through a darkened glass, the other eye is very clear, so the pendulum which is swinging or going round and round will be the pull figure effect, it's called. This is really meant for small children, not for scientists. And it's just a little bit of fun for kids to be able to play and open and close these multi-faceted glasses. Also with jokes in mind was this Swedish joke company, but they were at the Nuremberg Fair about 20 years ago, and the idea is to put these on, and then if it's a bit too much top light, which you often get in the sunshine, you pull down the blind, just like you see it in shop windows. You see a blind coming down, or lift it up, it's brighter. But the idea of having a little sun blind, like for a window, on sunglasses is nicely absurd, but children will love that sort of thing. Nice one. Another idea for children, but it's really been taken up by adults as well, as the old spy glasses. This is the earliest version I've got of it, which has already lost one of its aspects and the mirror. In the early version, what they did was they put a little crude mirror in the corner there, and the idea is when you put them on, by looking to the side, you can see what's behind you. Well, roll on 30 years, and you've got a much better version of the thing now, which is this one here, and these are still available, have been for the last, well, 30 years at least. What they've done here is put a little layer of silvering down each corner here, hardly visible, but it acts as a very, very good mirror. So the idea is you talk to someone face front like this with these mysterious glasses on, but by looking slightly to the right and the left, and you can't tell I'm doing that, I can see very clearly what's behind me here or what's behind me here, providing you haven't got too much of a fuzzy head, which may make it hard to see past them. But they're quite a wide bit, quite well past the temples, so I think you'd see behind you very easily. Spy glasses for children, they think it's great fun, and this set is a huge improvement on the little mirror, and I'm very pleased to see those in the market. The last two are wacky to say the least. This one here. Have you ever heard of ear glasses? No, nor me. Well, the idea is to enhance the hearing, not the eyes, not the eyesight. You put them on your ears like this at a busy party, a cocktail party or whatever it is, and it's rather like cupping your hands over your ears to say, what did you say? So you wear these and you can pay attention to the person in front of you because you can hear them very clearly, whereas people out there talking away, you can't hear them, there's a barrier there, but it helps to enhance you. But you can't put your hands over the ears like that because you're holding a glass of champagne in one hand and the plate was nibbled in the other hand, so you want to have something that will automatically do it for you. And this focuses my sound to the front without my having to put my hands over my ears to say, sorry, can you say that again? Very helpful. A lot of blurb, quasi and sensible medical advice given which accompany them as well. So, a few of my strange glasses. This actually is my own glasses, actually my own specs, except that I've added something to it which I found from that sage Swedish company. The idea is when you're finished and you want to have it as it is, you pull down the blind and say, nighty nighty.